Yo, what's going on, you guys? So recently N0tail did an interview with the BBC and he kind of just showed off his mansion, talked about Dota, his earnings and all that stuff like that. I haven't really seen it yet, so I thought we'd react to it together. Anyways guys, let's check out N0tail's crib.
Growing up, I really wanted to revolve my life around games, and now I have this thing dedicated to games, and it's a wonderful thing.
17-bedroom mansion.
I've spent
17.
400,000 so far, renovating and buying stuff, furniture, material. I'm spending 1.5 on. I'm also giving myself another 300k to work with, so up to 1.8.
1.8 million.
Yeah,
That's a lot of money.
it's a good chunk. It's a good chunk. Yeah.
Good chunk. He's definitely changed by money. Good chunk. So N0tail is 27 years old, so he's only 3 years older than me. And so obviously it's going to talk about how much he's made. 7.4 million in prize money so far.
Johan and his team have lifted the most valuable trophy in esports not once but twice.
Okay, so I want to say right away, 7.4 million is a lot of money. Like, that is more than enough money to just never do anything again and pretty much buy whatever you want within reason. Each international has these battle passes in game, and purchases within those battle passes and the purchases of the battle passes themselves, a portion of those purchases goes towards the prize pool of the international tournament. Now, I'm not sure if the prize pools are so massive because of the money solely raised from these battle passes, or if there's a lot of sponsors involved and whatnot. But I will definitely say I think Valve kind of goes all in with Dota 2 because this kind of money does not get raised for Counter-Strike. So I don't know if Valve is just pumping their own money into the international tournament or if this is all solely raised through the Battle Pass and sponsors. So I'm not really sure how all that happens, but I know a lot of money ends up getting raised each year.
He's also won countless other tournaments in his 10-year career playing Dota 2.
10 years of Dota 2 though.
Johan's known online as N0tail and is originally from Denmark. He moved to Lisbon for the warm weather and bought his house nearly a year ago, but the renovation's been slow going thanks to COVID. He's prioritised.
Okay, I like how they say COVID like it's just like a buzzword. Why would they even mention that? Obviously, it's so annoying. Anyways, 10 years of competing in Dota 2 tournaments, so it's kind of no wonder that he's made so much money, but I'm kind of curious to see like how much money would he make without winning the internationals. Like, I'm sure he still would have made like a couple million, at least 1 to 2 million without winning the internationals. That's just my guess. Now, I could be completely wrong, but 10 years of competing, that, I mean, he's probably made some serious money before the internationals.
As only a gamer would. Furnishings can wait. High-speed internet and the latest PCs are the real essentials.
That's a sick internet setup. So many
join him on a busy
ports.
weekend of competition. 4 online matches in a tournament with $500,000 at stake. The pandemic's forced all his competitions online, so he's had to adapt. Johan is captain of his 5-man team. The 2 newest recruits are living with him to help with training and competing. Yeknai Zeng from Malaysia and Martin Zazdov from Macedonia. 2 others join.
So much money earned while playing these games. Now, I don't know how long these guys have been playing. You guys will probably have to tell me in the comments more about these players, but nearly 2 million on one guy and then 1 million for this guy. Like, that is a lot of money to be winning by playing a video game. Like, you have to be so good at the game. It's just ridiculous.
Online, Topias Tavastainen from Finland and from
5.5.
France, another of Johan's multi-millionaire long-time teammates, Sebastian Debs.
Okay, one thing I'll say right now, if Thompson made 5.5 million, that means it was pretty much exclusively from the 2 TI events. So it's kind of crazy to me that Seb has only made 5.6, considering he's been in the scene for so long. That's actually kind of sad. But anyways, moving on.
Well, Johan's team manager has just kicked us out of the game room. The players need complete focus. They don't want any distractions, including cameras and us in the room. So we're watching it next door on a projector. This is the feed that's being pumped all over the world. Hundreds of thousands of people are watching this.
Dota 2 is hard to follow. In a flurry of spells and fireballs, we watch as Johan's OG team trounce their opponents.
Nice under the tier 4, they just call it. They just call it. They are done.
Right now, Johan is doing post-match interviews with the casters on the internet. We can go in. So how did it go?
It was good. We won. Yeah, we won. It was an important game for us.
Hey,
By
let's
us
go.
winning this game, we're very likely heading into some sort of tiebreaker.
Like many esports stars, Johan's video game habits started young.
I had my first Game Boy when I was still doing potty training.
How many hours were you playing when you were sort of 13, 14, when you were really starting to get into it?
I was playing a lot. I was getting home from school and basically playing till night. Up to 12 hours.
Okay, let's see real quick. So he's 27, 13 or 14. So he started really getting into games around 2008. So that's, you know, CSS was out. I'm pretty sure he was playing Dota 1 at that time. I don't know when Han came out, the Heroes of New Worth. That was kind of like the Dota 2 before Dota 2, after Dota 1, I'm thinking. I don't know if it was out during that time, but 2008 is when he really started to play. So I wonder what he was playing, probably some Dota 1.
Sometimes more. During weekends it was more. I'd be playing 20 hours if I could.
At the age of 13, 14?
Yeah. My mom was also pulling the plug, and this is when I was getting maybe a bit of pushback because they were worried about my health and also started worrying a bit about my future. I struggled a bit with school from 15 to 17, and or like late 16, and I just quit after that. I never looked back.
Johan's family have followed him to major competitions around the world, but his parents admit they worried about his future at first.
It was his decision, and yeah, you have to respect. He's a growing man, so...
What point as a family and as
Okay, quitting school at 16. Now, I don't know if he like skipped grades or something. I don't know what quitting school at 16 means. So in America, that would mean like quitting during your junior year of high school or something like that. If you're under the age of 18, at least in Michigan, I don't know if it's every state. I'm sure it's like majority of states. Like you're forced to go to school under the age of 18 or your parents could go to jail. So that is actually kind of crazy that he's just allowed to quit school at the age of 16. I don't know. That's kind of really strange, at least for me.
parents, did you feel comfortable that Johan had actually a very bright future ahead and he was going to be okay?
I went out, I guess it was around 16, and to have some ice cream to bring back home. And there was this, a friend of him was selling me the ice cream. And he said, do you have any idea how good Johan are in playing games? And he is one of the best gamer in the world. And he said, what?
The tournament that made Johan and his teammates mega rich is Dota 2's The International. It's by far the most lucrative event in esports, with a $34 million prize pool the last time it was held.
Yep, just like I was talking about.
The Fortnite World Cup, only held
had a
once
30
so
million,
far,
okay.
had $30 million. The next two events topping the list are League of Legends and Call of Duty. But the pandemic has hit some
You would think
esports
Counter-Strike
events
would be up
hard.
there.
Physical competitions have been cancelled or held without crowds, whilst others have gone online.
When you go to a big stage and there's a crowd, it's a lot easier to feel that this game really matters. There's a lot of eyes on this game. It's like the blood starts going, the adrenaline is there.
How much intensity is there at the high level of your sport?
There's a huge dark side to this, and it's the mental strength that it can take. And there's also the group aspect to it that amplifies it and can amplify it and make you feel terrible. I get negative myself. I get very sad. Like sadness is my number one enemy, and he keeps saying hi to me. But the same way when my team is doing good, I feed off it. I get very, very happy, and it goes the other way to the other extreme.
The mental strain on Johan is something I didn't expect on our visit. Many gamers see him as living the dream.
And if we lose the fight, yeah, we lose the game. But if you win the fight, we win the game.
What they also don't see, though, is the large team around him. Johan's supported by a growing staff that forms his OG brand. There's social media managers, sports psychology trainers, even a full-time chef. Johan and his teammates are looking ahead and hoping for the return of the International this summer. Martin hopes that with Johan leading him, he too can lift the trophy for the first time.
You came second, didn't you, in International before?
Yeah.
What did it feel like to miss out?
At that point, it was like my first year professionally, so I had this feeling of content, which I don't know, I now kind of hate that I felt it that way, Because yeah, this was my first international back then, and I got to the final, I'm like, what just happened? You know, I'm playing in the final, and I'm like, if I was playing in the final now, I would feel so much differently. I would like, maybe this is my last chance, I need to try my best. And I have no regrets that day.
Helping and coaching other players is how Johan is hoping to stay in gaming once he retires from competition.
All right, that was a money shot. Did you get that?
At 27, in esports terms, he's old.
Yeah, how long have I got left? I think I got plenty of years left. I used to be young, now I'm the old one. I don't feel old yet at all. I still feel, it really still feels like I'm 20 and we're just getting started. I may not be the best player in mechanical skill, but damn, I know how to make this work.
Anyways, guys, that was the end of the interview. We got to see N0tail's sick house, got to see some of his like day-to-day life a little bit. We really get to see how the guy who's earned the most in esports lives his life every day. One thing I'll say about the interview that I thought was kind of weird was at the end they're kind of saying, you know, 27 is old for esports. Now, honestly, there's Forrest out there. He's 32 years old, obviously one of the best Counter-Strike players of all time. I feel like even if you're older and your reaction time is barely less than it used to be, you're still gonna have better game sense than pretty much every other player out there. Maybe you're not gonna have the best mechanics technically or scientifically because someone is like, you know, barely faster than you, but I really don't see how you're going to get worse as a player as you get older. If anything, you're going to be getting better. So I feel like that's kind of like a stigma that isn't really true at all, because I don't see how you would get worse as you get older unless you have like some sort of health condition. Anyways, guys, hopefully you enjoyed this reaction. Make sure to leave a like, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a good one. Peace.